far.
Oh, like
Hello everyone!
18
You weren't expecting that. Welcome to the 17th episode of The Weave. My name is Lucas and today I'll be a Grolhan master.
And you're not sent.
I guess.
And you're not sent us.
That's a GM, right? That's what a GM is.
Yes.
It's a Grolhan
And it
master.
was really off.
Anyway, we are back with. You don't have a name yet. I'm gonna say. Well, right now you're known as the Black Antlers.
Shit name.
At least temporarily.
Also the potato guy.
Also the potato guy.
No.
Same person who's come up with both these names.
No, the Black
Same
Antlers was
as
me.
Black Antlers.
I didn't come up with the name.
Well, it was Lucas.
It was me because, which is exactly how the sneaky bastard started.
No,
And-
he officially
and the
told
Scorpions.
someone. He officially told someone we were called Black Antlers.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Main.
But you know the rules. If you want
Hello.
that name,
Wait. I was just checking the mic level. I think it's good.
You have to make a noise otherwise.
Yeah.
That's a bit awkward.
Okay, so let's see. Recap from last session. Why do I have this creepy music going?
I thought that was.
I can't change the volume, I don't know.
You can. There's a big
There's
minus
a big
button.
button.
Don't worry. I'll change it from here. It's a lot easier.
Just
Okay.
duplicates and takes
So
away.
last session we started with Keth paying a visit to Finarus Storm Castle in the Trace Ward. There you found a few letters, some poisoned crossbow bolts, amongst other things. And as you were transcribing the letters that were in some kind of cipher, Fenris arrived, believing that Keth was one of the new contacts he was supposed to wait for, and share some information with you about the Grolhans. On top of giving you the letters, might as well you take care of them. So you left the house with a lot of information. At the same time, Millicent, or well, before in the timeline it got a bit weird, but whatever. Millicent and Genho were paying a visit to the Waterloo Wazoo offices, where after some initial reconnaissance by Millie, Gencat
Did something different.
Huh?
Did something totally different.
Yeah, Gencat decided to go in and drop the expose that Mr. Nevercott had given you into like a woman's desk that sits like next to Gaxley. And not leaving before Millicent wrote some stuff on the board there. Later in the house, Keth managed to decode the messages in the Storm Castle house, learning some more information about Bregan Death and the fact they have a team posted doing surveillance on the Grahams villa. From this and the messages that you found in Yellowspire, the party also figured the Centaurim were planning a raid on the Grahams villa, and that the Xanatar had also posted gazers there. They also learned that the Nimberite is the one that the Grolhan have, is the one that dropped the fireball, stealing the stone from Dalakar. Arstal Fluxin was also apparently caught in the explosion, presumably because he was also following Dalakar. So you managed to start like tying all these loose ends together and getting a better picture of the whole thing. And at this point, everything pointed to the villa as a major hotspot in the escalation of events in this grand game. Yes, tell me.
No, you might get to it. I was going to ask about the Castle Hunters thing, but you're probably going to get to that.
Yagra, that same night before you went to bed, paid you a visit, telling you that Davil, Schemo, and Istrid won't be coming today, as originally planned, as something had come up.
That's suspicious.
Niall, Genhorn, and Keth brought Shan Chihan, the journalist that worked for the Herald, to Hollyhan's house, as he had been a victim of torture in Yellowspire, where they seemed very reluctant to give them their real names. Paranoia is increasing. And Silas, in the meantime, made a Grey Hands fake badge. The next morning, they received a visit from Williford Crowell, the Castellanta's chief butler, extending an invitation from Lady Amalia and Lord Vittorio to join them for lunch or tea at their earliest convenience, and you schedule a visit for tea later on that same day, so today. A carriage will pick you up at 3:30 p.m. The party then.
You had a busy day ahead of us.
Well,
You
I
just
mean,
got shot.
that was the first thing in the morning that happened, and then you went out, and then
It's
things.
still quite early. We've done a lot.
Yeah, it's only been.
And then, finally, you went to investigate the Grafham's villa, separated in three groups, really. Gernholm found the Zentrum group surveilling the house from nearby rooftops. Niall saw a gazer poking out of a nearby chimney. And Keth and Silas saw someone spying from a window in a house opposite the Grafham's.
Millicent was also there.
Huh?
Millicent was also there.
Millicent. Yes, I said, oh, yeah, well, Millicent, Millicent, you were with Niall.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw I mentioned the people that saw something. They decided to pay this last house a visit, with Silas and Keth entering from above, and Gernholm, Millie and Niall through the main door. Inside, a group of drow were waiting in ambush, and a battle soon broke out downstairs. At the same time, Silas, followed by Keth, got the jump on two drow upstairs, quickly dispatching them eventually. The drow downstairs, led by Felrecht, surrendered, and the party, realizing there was no good way to spin this with Breg and Death, according to Keth, decided to just kill them. They take some of the stuff, including a fancy revolver with poisoned bullets,
And 4 patches of smoke powder.
and smoke powder, and armor, and a few more weapons that you found. And that's where we actually left off. So, what are you gonna do?
This is a right fuck up. What time is it?
I say it's close to noon.
So, what time are they coming to pick us up? 3:30.
We left the house at like 7 in the morning.
Dial in the morning. This is the first
Yeah.
thing you've done.
We
Yeah.
woke up really early.
Yeah,
You woke up really early. Okay, no, then it's fun. Then it's like 9
Okay.
because you were surveilling and.
Yeah.
I'd like to think the day's gonna get better after this.
Right, well, how's everyone feeling today? Because you all look like shit.
I
Scratch on me.
got shot.
Yeah, you got shot. You got
I
shot.
feel quite bad.
You also got shot.
I also got
I.
What does this mean? Got shot.
It's this new thing.
Shot by a kind of like bolt, like tiny bolt, a round bolt.
Oh yes, Amelie, you
What is this?
you feel like this pressure in your chest. This the poison apparently left some kind of lingering effect. You don't feel too well.
But I've heard of a gun. But I've heard of a gun before.
Yes, it's not something like super secret or anything. It's just incredibly rare to come by.
Okay, I'll play it differently.
I don't think you should carry that around in public.
I don't even know how to use it. I mean,
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've never really seen anything like that before. But if it's something very special,
it might be worth a pretty penny. But
well, I don't think.
Stop waving it around.
I don't think
They all pointed at me with
One thing,
that end.
one thing you should definitely, I mean, that thing was loud, so you should definitely not use it if you're stealthing
No,
around.
no.
or
Well,
something.
also, can I just say that, I mean, we've been selling all the kind of weapons and things for people that have been attacking us, and I don't think people would notice too much because all the swords generally are quite basic and no one would really be able to tell the difference between them, but that will stick out. If you try and sell that...
oh, I'm not going to just sell it at Virgin Square. But that's a good point about this armor. Look at it. It's quite nicely embroidered, isn't it?
Right.
So
Makes it look younger.
Your
Oh,
tummy's
be
hanging
careful.
out, but
yeah, it was a bit small.
Anyway,
I'll never get it.
that's one problem. Other one, the three of you, I can...
Ouch.
Ouch. I can try and heal you a bit now, but it's only the beginning of the day, and if I do that, then I can't. If something else happens later on, it might be.
Right, but then the question is, what do we want to do right now?
Well, I think.
If we were all okay right now, what would we do next? And then we can figure out how we're going to sort this, whatever's going on.
Well, I guess we got the option of we've knocked down one of 3 pins. Do we go and knock down the other 2?
Does that mean going and killing them all again?
Well, I know Xanathars is just over there.
I mean, the Zenterians, we could go and speak to them. Like, if we could have spoken to these guys, but they seem like pack people. But if we were to speak to someone, then what do you think we would gain?
Well, how did it go with your end down here? Because
Oh, well, they
we heard a big explosion. Which I assume was this, given the
They
noise.
they told us to surrender. He did his thing, and then I surrendered, and then they shot us anyway. So.
They said we would die, so I panicked and made it foggy.
That's smart, I suppose. I mean, yeah, these don't, from what I've encountered with them on the roofs and what
Yeah.
you've said, these don't seem like the kind of people that will reason.
But you can
Well-
talk to them, but they're treacherous.
Are they the same people that you were talking about that have been on the rooftops?
Yes.
So they're not nice people.
Right, but what would you have spoken about if you could speak to them? Like if we went to go and see the Zens, because you've spoken to them before, right? You have Centrum friends or something,
It's just they're
It's
different.
complicated.
right? But
So the Centrum.
they're like people, right? So you could reason with them.
It's hard because the Zentarim, like Davil, is different to these people. They've split off
Right.
and
So,
kind of denounced.
so can either them or Xanathars, can they be reasoned with, like people? Or?
I mean, I might be able to. Sorry.
I think anyone can be reasonable. Even these people can be reasonable. But we're talking with people that are ready to kill and attack the noble house right in front of us, just
I'm
to
just trying
murder
to-
them all and get the stone from them. Some
I'm
You
trying
can
to
reason
find
to
some
them.
reason that we won't just go and kill everyone.
Well, yeah.
Niall's not laughing. Right.
That has been
Well, everything the players do, the castles do.
Just awkward laughing.
I mean, to be fair though, you're the one making people's heads explode, so
Have they shot first?
Millie has a point though. We've made a lot of enemies already in this city in the space
Yeah.
of a 10-day.
but equally, I mean, I don't know where your allegiances lie regarding the amount of money that is at the end of this trail of investigation, but we obviously don't want it to fall into criminal hands, and if we go and negotiate with these people, they're going to want a share of that money, which
Right,
we
but-
don't want to give them.
We could negotiate with them and then get this first step, and then we kill them once they're not trying to kill us when we're killing other people.
I
If we
think
try to kill them all at the same time, we're going to lose.
out of everyone, out of all the people we know that are warring for this money and this information, I think probably the Zentrum are the least likely. Because those ones in the street knew who we were when we were outside the Colet Towers. They came into your room and stabbed you. They know who we are, where we live.
Right, but the other people are tentacle monsters. They're going to be
Tentacle
like,
monsters.
They got like the weird ball thing like we saw in the
Yeah.
sewers.
The
They,
Brendo.
No, the floating one with the eye.
Oh.
the gazers. Look, I might. If we're looking for allies, like you suggested, when that dwarf with the crossbow for a hand unfortunately died in the basement from his wounds, he said a couple of things that Xanathar was interested in talking to me. Maybe I could reach out and see if we can do something with them, try and find out what we can from them, without having to resort to just killing our way through.
Okay, so maybe we go see them next.
But what, I mean, Kenon has a point. What do you want to do about your holes?
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts.
I think we should go and find one of the temples nearby, and see if we can maybe how much they would charge for some healing.
Maybe we went to my temple. They would help us out. It's a long way away.
What is the nearest temple?
How far away?
It's the other side of the city. It's in the seaboard.
Oh, that's
That's not too far.
only on the longitude.
And that's where the Castellanters leave anyway. We could go there and
Back.
Is latitude up and down?
latitude is
long.
No, latitude is
Latitude's
up and down.
Yeah, so it's only on the longitude of the city, which isn't as long as the latitude.
Depends how far you go, but okay.
It's west.
Where's my temple?
This is like right near mine.
So, okay.
There and there.
So from there to the temple of Timora, or yours, which are more or less the same distance, it's about 25 minutes.
It's not too far.
That's fine. But
Walking.
we have bodies here.
Yeah. Well,
That's
don't-
where
we
I don't
don't-
want anyone speaking to these bodies now because they'll be able to tell who killed them.
That's a good point. Actually, that's a really good point. Cut out their tongues.
yeah.
Is that a bit much?
We'll need to do that.
Does that
Well-
work? I mean, if they can speak without laugh, maybe they can speak without tongues.
How bad do they look in terms of like like damage from the bullets and stuff like that? How is it like blood everywhere, or is it
Who?
these three?
I mean, yeah, the bullets, like, it was a nasty wound for 3 of them. So there is blood spatter, and in the case of Niall, the blood is mostly like on the inside padding of the armor, you can imagine, and on the metal. In the case of Silas,
Oh, no, I didn't get shot.
sorry,
I got
Keth,
shot.
you have a chain shirt or
Yeah, change it.
chain shirt? Yeah, more or less the same. In the case of Millie, it's a bit worse because they wear clothing.
My clothes are black.
Uh,
My clothes are black.
Your clothes are black, so they absorb, but the stain travels more than when it's contained by the under padding of a chain shirt.
Let's not forget as well that guy exploded next to Jordan all over his.
Oh yes, Joel has more gore than anyone else.
Right. Let me have a look around and see if there's anything we can
I don't know. I mean,
cover you up in,
I
because
don't know how bad it is.
right.
Pieces of liver.
If I look around,
hanging.
is there any kind of like blankets, or like have they got like hooded?
Yes. So
Everything is covered in the furniture. You
yeah,
have
all the
those-
furniture is covered as if this house had been left for some
I just want
time.
stuff that I can like try and use to wrap them up so they can go somewhere without looking like they've just been in a fight, essentially.
That would be easy enough for all 3. For George, you will have to transform him into like a monk, like, you know, with a
Yeah.
massive veil.
All right, I'll start grabbing some. Right, come here. Let me just, because you can't go out looking like this. You have to go and get cleaned up.
Yeah, you might want to just find that.
It's
Might
a
wanna
bit dusty, okay, but it's gonna be all right. Just this one time, because look, it's better than a bit of dust, and that way you can get rid of the
Is
blood.
it really that bad? Maybe I was still in shock.
I mean, I'm surprised that you're not like rolling around in snow right
Because
now.
you have a chain shirt. You
Get
have a
another
chain
one of
shirt.
those sweaty fogs. You don't see anything.
So there are pieces of organ matter and whatnot in the holes of your chain shirt that has lodged itself there.
Alright.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Is there a bucket? Can I find a bucket around? I'll look around for a bucket.
A bucket, yes, you can find a bucket.
Alright, give me a minute. I'm just gonna quickly look outside, just check around as I go out the front door, and just get a scoop of snow.
Make a perception check.
Oh, hang on, wait. Before you get outside, I'm gonna stop you. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna get some snow.
There's people have been watching the house across this one for days. There's been a loud bang from inside this house. There might be someone keeping an eye out to see who comes out. I'm worried about Millicent. She's been out already. We shouldn't just go out. We have to find a way to get out of this house somehow.
Do you want to come and take a look with me, just to make sure there's no one there?
That's. I mean,
Hey, you look like one of the people we killed.
I can make that happen. That's fine. But what about the rest of these?
Okay, well no,
Well,
I just
no,
need
you
some
just
snow
go get
to
snow.
clean him up a bit, because he's got blood on his face.
There's
This is that important. All right.
Yeah.
it's most important.
Okay, I made myself actually look like a hooded drow. So it's,
Yeah,
it's-
for the dry.
Keep
Okay.
an eye out as well for people
So-
on the roof, because
So as this transformation happens, you notice now what
Wait.
wasn't too obvious before, but the features of Keth don't change that much. The skin become a bit more ebony, a bit more
a bit,
ashen,
bit.
ashen, and the hair, but the actual feature is like look a bit like that before. You know, the transformation is.
So just a blackface, basically.
I think I am in shock because you almost look the same.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My skin is ebony.
I have an alternative idea. Going out looking like one of those after the explosion isn't going to make any sense to anyone watching because they're all dead. If we want to pin this on Zentrum like you were suggesting, then why don't you make yourself look like one of the Zents?
That's a good point.
And then anyone that sees you...
Right, Zents. Which one do I know?
well, we've dealt
Tattoo,
with a couple.
really big tattoo.
Yeah.
Got a better chest than this.
What about that? We can make you a
They
sign.
look okay. So as far as you know, of all I describe them with the law of diversity. Cells can look like anything, like anyone. Several races can be North Soul Coast, South Soul Coast, can be Kalimshan, can be Combria. So
And
there
yeah.
is no.
I'm gonna make myself.
God.
I'm gonna make myself look like one of the guys we got near the Collar Towers.
Okay.
So I know that he was a Zent.
Okay. I was gonna say they wear black armor, don't they? Black leather armor usually.
The thugs do those. The 3 apprentices you
They
saw
had
outside.
robes.
They had robes, and
Yeah.
they could have been anywhere. What I mean is they blend really well with
Yeah.
with people of water. It's not like I'm a drow. You know, those are a bit more.
All right. Well, and in any case, I know the person we saw. I saw him.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make look.
So
myself.
you make yourself look like one of them. Okay.
So I'm gonna open the door.
Mhm.
Just hang
Actually,
up here for a second.
get the snow.
Just get a bucket.
Yeah, some snow.
Right. Just walk outside, and I start shoveling snow in. And as I'm shoveling, I'm just like trying to fill it up with snow. And as I do that, I'm just trying to look around, and look up the roofs. And
Yeah, make a perception check.
Or maybe I just do a Nile and stand in the middle of the road. And
Hello.
Anybody saw us kill these people?
that's
I think it was a-
11.
No, nothing that specifically, catches your eye,
Okay.
except for more movement as the morning picks up.
Okay. Okay. I'll pick up the bucket and I go back inside.
Yep.
So there is more. There are more people walking.
There are more people now. It's starting to the activity in the North Ward
Right. Yeah. Here you go.
is starting to pick up.
Yeah, we've got some.
Just
throw it over me.
Just rubbing snow into all the blood on now.
So,
I think try and get rid
There's
of
quite a
it.
few people working outside now, so we're not going to be able to go out just looking all blood splattered. So you're right. It was a good idea.
I got a
Choose
plan how we
filming.
can leave though. How we can draw the attention of everyone else.
All right. You're gonna go out with that gun and start shooting.
Close. And I'm going to pull out the little storm cap. The
Storm blaster.
Storm blaster.
Oh, careful. Careful.
Right, what if I, from the top floor, threw this down towards the Growlhuns? Makes a small. You said it makes an explosion.
I don't know how loud it is. The Growlhounds are like 40, 50 feet
You
away.
choose one of these.
My father never told me. What's that?
A necklace of fireballs.
Might be a bit on the loud side.
To be honest, I don't know which one's worse.
So you're saying this might not
It's
be.
untested. Hang on a minute. Let's think about this for 1 second before we decide how we leave. So, as it stands, tonight is going to be a showdown here in the noble house of the Growlhounds, in which the Black Network is going to make a move.
No, not the Black Network. Well, possibly.
Yeah, those are the Centurions splinter group. That's the Black Network.
No.
It's not the Black Network.
The Black Network is the Zenturims as a whole organisation.
Oh.
It's just a name for the
Oh,
Zentrum.
okay. So the splinter group is going to make a move.
Yes. Although, given the Davil's gone and died, and that's quite convenient,
Yeah, well,
isn't it?
I mean, who knows how much of a splinter group there really are.
Yeah, that's true.
So what I'm trying to ask is, do we want to do anything about it in terms of stopping them?
Well, let them do their fighting and then pick up the pieces at the end.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking, obviously, what happened today was some of an unfortunate turn of events with the drow. So one of the things I thought was I could just go speak to my contact, the dwarf that we met at the Secure Dragon, and basically be the one giving the information, so they can come as well tonight and be part of whatever mess is going on.
Right, and then we can go in afterwards, pretending we're all the righteous people. You know, you flash your badge and whatever, and then we're the good guys. We're picking up the pieces, and then we just happen to pick up a stone on the way out. That way, we're not like ambushing and like if the city watch sees us or anything. We're not the bad guys. We're here to respond to this disturbance that'll be happening.
How are we planning on getting into the house? Also, we don't know where the stone is.
There's a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
So I can tell you because you.
Where the stone is.
Because you read it. It's like this guy's going, oh.
Just to remind you, because I described the house. The house has the front entrance, which is kind of like a bit of a diagonal. Has a big fence where you can see through the fence, of course. There's a bit of a bush on the inside of the fence, but you can see through. With a big double door. That double door leads to a path that goes to the left onto what appears to be stables and a coach house in the yard, and to the right to the big house. So you have the big house on the right and the coach house on the left. in the gardens. And if you go around, it's all walled on the other side, and then from the other side, of course, the house is on the left because it was on the right from here, and on the right you have the back side of the coach house with a massive 2 double door carriage entrance, and on the mansion on the back there is just a small door that you imagine is the service door.
The back of the mansion doesn't touch the surrounding wall, does it? So the grounds in
Yes,
circle.
it does.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
the mansion is, so we are at the back now, so
Yeah.
it's like this, like that, and it is the walls of the actual house. And
Okay.
then the yard like this and like that, all the way to the coach house.
So the small servant's door essentially is on street facing.
Correct.
The servant door at the back of the house is like goes out onto the street.
Onto the street directly.
Ah.
You think what I'm thinking?
No, probably not, actually. What do you think?
And on the back side, there is a separation between the coach house and the big mansion, and there is also there a piece of fence. So you can see, it's the only spot where you can see from fence to fence across the courtyard, right? And the servant's door is on right next to that fence.
Well,
Breaking.
I was thinking someone needs to go in and just like get a layout of the inside so that we know where like entrances and doors and whatever are.
Got this card.
What?
I got this card. If the gentleman names are there, at the very least, I'll be able to have a chat with them.
I got one too.
I actually also brought mine from my set, so...
But look at the back of the card. It's different, isn't it?
Just showing them the front.
Minor illusion.
What
No.
card do you have?
I just have a pack of playing cards.
Oh yeah. Poker cards.
I have all of them.
Mine and Millicent's specs are the same.
Yeah, you have cards that are classic. The only difference that this one in particular is it's a knave, and it has like an armored figure, kind of like I think I
Most of
showed.
the artwork is like different.
Yeah, the artwork is like specific. It's I can show you. It looks like this. It's like an armored knight.
It's not what Jack looks like on a card.
No, it's a
All
knave.
these different.
Well,
And the only thing I can do with this is basically get an audience with them. Perhaps they'll let me in.
what with the
I will
growls?
hint. Well, they're not the I mean, I think the Gentleman Knaves, which is a group that rescued me from the drought, so to speak, they are part of the security of the Grahams. So that means if I'm let in and I hint at the fact that I heard on the grapevine that something might be about to come down,
Okay.
they might just like not show me around, but at the very least let me in. If I say I have something important to tell you.
How would you feel now? I know that you don't like spiders. If I was maybe to like turn into a spider and just sit inside your jacket or something.
You're massive as
It's
a
a big
spider.
spider.
Not this big.
Can't you just have like a rat?
It's like a really big tarantula. It's like
I
this.
know cats eat rats though.
But like just be on his shoulder like his friend rat.
Last time they met me, I didn't have a rat on my shoulder.
Oh, you got one now. You got a new friend. That's a rat.
But the whole point is
They may
that
Hey,
have
you live in the
rats
dog
too.
world.
You haven't seen them in a while, right? You could have had a new rat in that time.
the whole point is
You ran one to the
So,
old
how you
rat.
been doing? Oh, I've just been
But-
making friends.
But the thing is,
No,
if,
it's not the worst idea.
if I want to go off and like have a look around places where they're not going to take care of
It's
me,
not a terrible idea. I'm just thinking the spider, the rat. Is there anything else you can turn me into that might be less hide more easily on my?
Well, I tried a butterfly, but apparently you're not allowed tiny things, so or flying things. What's the smallest thing? No, I mean the spider's pretty good because you can just go across the ceiling and no one's going to notice it as
What
well.
about doors? Because you've really struggled with
Well,
doors.
this is the thing. So when I was in the what's it called, the house after the explosion, and you sent me to follow that lady, and I went to her house, and inside I was okay, but getting out was a little bit of trouble, but I could manage it.
How does that help you with the door?
Well, inside would be a bit of trouble, but
I was
if
more
there's a
thinking
gap
of
though,
even when you were at bloody Emmek's house.
I'm getting better at it. More practice.
What are doors?
Yeah.
I think it's very dangerous for you, to be honest.
I just don't know what we're expecting to find in there. It's a house.
The gemstone.
They're not going to have it on the mantelpiece. Like,
No,
here's the thing
no.
everyone wants to steal.
The only thing
Please do not take.
would have been just the layout, as
Yeah,
you
be
said.
surprised.
So-
If we most likely, if we probably find if there's like a room downstairs that's guarded with guards, then quite obviously there's probably something of value in there being protected
Mm.
or something.
I mean,
At the moment, we have no information unless you have a. I mean,
I
he
don't-
can't go in. You maybe could get away with pretending to be someone, but they're not going to take you to the place where it is. Again, maybe you can get an audience, but the people that are protecting the thing aren't going to tell you, oh, how to steal it.
No. The only thing that I would stand to gain from this would be if I just basically tell them I have important information to speak in private, so they might just take me in the house, perhaps to like a separate room. They're not gonna give me a
Yeah.
tour of the house.
Yeah.
Have we had a good look
yeah,
around this place?
suspicious to us for one.
We didn't have a good look around this place that way now. Yeah. We haven't looted it. Maybe there's blueprints lying around off the house.
Wait, do the.
It's not a bad idea. They must have information somewhere.
Did we have a look around the top? I thought we did.
I don't know.
I was being covered in gooey stuff the whole time.
Well, I've cleaned you up a little bit now, so.
There are a couple guys running surveillance. I'll check if they were keeping any notes or anything. Place or
They must have some intelligence.
walk up to the where the guys were writing the.
Okay.
No, not writing, but
Yeah.
Keep
Okay.
on
So
going.
yeah, upstairs you find a pieces of parchment. There is like a rough sketch of the second floor of the house that you can. It is all written. There are like arrows pointing to like. Well, you think it's the outline of the second floor, and it's all written in language you don't understand, but you recognize kind of as Drow just because of when
Yeah.
he was
doing
like,
those letters.
yeah. But yeah.
Kev! I'll come
Oi.
downstairs with the plans. That's actually a good idea. They've got this. I can't read a word of it,
Huh.
but
So you see, this is clearly the second floor, and you see that they are pointing. I'm actually going to draw
Lots
it.
of arrows.
I'm going to draw it. Can I have a piece of paper, please? Because it's kind of. I haven't.
Is there any printer or something? Or?
There's paper in the printer.
Yeah.
Maybe get like 4.
Because it's better if I give you the sketch as this guy were
Can you
writing.
put that code, like that line down since you're there? The one not on the that one
Outside,
there.
yeah.
Growlhund raid. So it's the 11th today. We're raiding the Growlhund's house.
It's 12.
it's
Not
Lucas.
Yes, it is now.
Oh.
Because you had you when you leveled up.
You know what?
I can't believe I slept through a whole day.
Maybe we need to raid the other gazers and they'll have the other floors.
Well, I've got a plan, and it's terrible. I'm unaware of that.
You know.
But look, if you're gonna go off doing whatever, I can try and I don't need to visit the temple. I don't need to hinder any of these plans by trying to wrangle myself in. Maybe if I go,
Didn't you want to go see the Castle Hunters?
Yeah, but that's not till half
that's
through
not
this.
till
Okay.
there's a bit of time. I wonder if I can try and make contact somehow. I'll have to head down south probably.
So
I
do
think
you
I can
wanna,
knock on the door with the gazers in and just be like, hello.
so you want to contact the Xanatarians?
As you say, we're looking for allies. They've only tried to kill us once. Less than most.
What if they just say no and then they kill you there and then?
We
Well,
can.
I had a good run. They'll get me in the end.
I mean, if that's something you think that might have a chance of succeeding, I wouldn't be. I mean, any ally that we find now is going to be on the wrong side of the
Law.
law, so to speak. I mean, as I said, I think we can try to play the Brigand Earth. And my idea is to give them the information so we are not incriminated in what happened.
Well, it's like Millicent said, there's no reason why we have to go the whole way with them as an organisation. Just get them on our side for now, find out what they know, and then
Okay.
if we can play subterfuge instead of the sort of raucous vigilantes, I think we're
All right.
dangerously
Yeah,
hurtling
I mean,
towards becoming.
If you think they're not gonna kill you on sight.
I don't think that.
What
they
about
won't.
what about the place where you did the drop? Aren't they sanitarians?
No. Yeah, it seems complicated. It seems like they have a meeting room within the organisation, but they themselves do not run it, if that makes sense. It seems like they have an area there where they host.
the parties.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem... They had a symbol above a door, but the whole place didn't seem like it was their bag.
We
Okay.
still need to find out what these things we found in that person's place do, like the wand and the orb thing.
Well, could the people at the temple not see to that?
I don't know if people at the temple could, but I could go to the mages, the place with the lady that keeps smelling me.
I remember I gave you the earrings that the drow used to wear.
We go see what
Those are
does too.
magical.
I'm really interested in the wand.
Yeah, just find out if you could find out what else.
Yeah, it had an aura of, was it abjuration?
The earrings did.
What was the?
Evocation on both the wand and the orb, I think.
And abjuration on the earrings.
Yeah, I think so. What do the rest of you say?
Well,
Clit.
I mean, I could go around and have a poke around the outside of the building and see if I can see anything through the windows.
What about if you just go in as a cat through the fence, just wander about for a bit?
Yeah.
I mean, cats are harmless. You could just, if someone comes, you could just climb up on the roof, on the wall.
There's like people speaking or whatever, you go stand by them and just like eavesdrop for a bit.
Well, failing that, you said that you found some of the Zentrum agents in one of the buildings.
Yeah, that one over there. Yeah.
If you could get into there as a rat and just find out how many of them there are, so we know what we're dealing with later, could be useful.
I still think rats is a bad idea. People don't like rats.
No, people don't like rats, but the city's filled with them.
They put up with rats.
But if someone hits me or something when I'm a rat,
But-
I'll just turn back into it.
Whoever's
Then turn into a horse and bolt.
Silas, whoever's coming tonight, they're not gonna be all there in that sentry hall. That's just a place they have for keeping an eye on the mansion.
It's true. I just had a little bit of a strange idea how we could flush them out, but it's a bit far-fetched.
Flushes.
Flush the Zents out. Well, get away for this, and then I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to smell like burning, like fire.
Okay. Yeah. You can.
And then cast it again to create like smoke.
Okay.
So the little
Just like
the smoke. Well, you create like a small visual thing like sparks or smoke, right?
yeah, it was like
Yeah. Well,
dissipate.
still, you could somehow make them believe that their place is on fire.
And you could just set fire to it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, but that's sort of alarming to everyone else around. If the building just goes up.
It's
Okay,
not about.
if they smell it, then they're going to go investigate before they evacuate.
Yeah, they go investigate, and then we get the drop on them that way.
But if we were to get the drop on them and kill them or whatever, maybe the actual Centurion would not do the job tonight because it'd be, oh shit, our post is compromised. Someone knows we're here. We shouldn't do it.
Or you said that there was like a little hatch or something on the roof
Oh, there's a window.
they came in out of.
Yeah.
If we can do it like the people there leave that top area, we can then sneak in there to find what papers they've been using and gather
So
them.
this is the information. So the ground floor. Just to point at things. This is what the drow survey. This is the main defense that goes around the double door that leads to the main entrance. This is the mansion, and this is the coach house, and there is an attached building here that is kind of just based on movement, barracks, and it has two doors. It has one on this side as well. And there is this is this door that leads directly to the street.
Yeah.
And then the first floor, you recognize that they had a lot more interested in because they essentially try to map out how it looks from the inside from the basis of where windows are. So through this window, they figure this is some kind of servant's room. From this window, they figure this is a children's room. This is a balcony. That there are two main doors, and they figure the master bedroom is kind of like there. And from this window, they figure this is the upstairs foyer because there is stairs that go down, presumably around this area, and with doors leading to each part.
Sorry, the way. So the drow watch post is on this side. Is watching this way or is it watching?
It was watching from this side.
Yeah. Okay.
From the front.
On the front. Yeah. Upstairs foyer. So this is just another small building up on the
If
third.
you need to make copies or just fill in details,
So those are all the floors in the house, right?
that's all the floor. Yeah, it has the ground floor and the first floor, and that's it.
Looking at these plans, I could potentially get into the library from the street outside, climb up through one of the windows. Lots of places to hide in the library,
Really?
if that's what you're saying that is.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, later tonight, if we have to break in.
Okay. I mean, then if one of us goes in, we could all go in the same place.
Yeah. So as you can see, these two windows lead to the outside. This one leads to the gardens. So this
Yeah.
diagonal is that diagonal.
Yeah.
And what positions are the gazers up on the roofs?
So the
There's
gazers
two
are-
where-
on this
You
side.
only saw one.
So I saw.
You saw only one when you were yelling in the middle of the street,
Yeah,
and Millie came to you. You saw like this little ball.
Yeah.
So the gazers are
So,
here.
so
and
what
we are
what
here.
position are they?
Oh,
in
they
terms
would
of-
be.
Like somewhere around here.
Lucas, could you draw for us just the house and then the
This is north, by the way.
That's north.
Oh,
Oh, that's north.
no
Yeah.
the house
that
and then
can be
the locations of the other factions.
I mean,
what
we are
house?
south of the
just
house.
in correlation.
The watch post.
This is the house.
Yeah.
And the watch post was this one, so we are south of the house.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So no, sorry. The drow were south of the house. Yes. Yes. it was-
So we are actually at the back of the house.
yeah.
Sorry, it's like
No, that we're in.
I had it right.
He had it right the first time.
Okay.
So we are.
Add on that thing there before you write the north, because that's not north.
Lucas
Yeah.
said that was
Yeah,
north.
that was-
Not north.
Oh, that's what he said.
That's north.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's not perfect. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Oh yeah, well, I guess if you look at it that way, yeah, you're right. So we are here actually, like, well, we would be the equivalent would be there. Sort of looking diagonally.
And this chimney bubble is where?
It's somewhat there.
Draw me.
Because we are here, if I'm not mistaken, and the chimney thing is here. And then the Zens are here, so the Zens are, so this is
I
the
thought,
Zens.
I don't know. I thought the Zens were here.
No, the Zents are over here.
They're like north.
No?
They're like here.
Yeah, they were.
Look, it's just a little
Because
check.
that's where you guys were, but
Yeah.
he found them. He was
So
like,
where are the Zens? No, the house is this one. Where are the Zens?
He's drawn a little map for us.
Well, I need to reference that. I can reference this one much better. So 1 second.
If you want to go climbing around that building, there's no blind spot.
You got a piece of paper.
Well, somebody will see.
Not if it's dark.
Oh, well, can I see through it? Not that one.
Okay, because
Damn
this
the
is.
isolation.
Let's see.
Are you trying to draw it at this scale?
I was trying to trace it just so I could like draw like.
Could it be so small?
I know, but
Lucas is drawing it right.
Yeah, he's drawing a big old.
Oh, remember we had that projector?
projector. Yeah.
Remember those times?
Yeah, man.
You can still have the projector.
We can still have projector.
But
we
you
should.
wouldn't be able to draw it.
Yeah, and also this is imperfect information, so it's good that
Yeah,
it's-
it's more fun this way because we just
So-
get bits and we have to kind of. It's the disimagined. That was the what's the word like the kind of group thing where we all think of it a completely different way.
Panel.
Think that we're all thinking
Chinese
the same
whispers?
thing.
No.
Kind of, yeah, but the sort of broken information. But everyone's like, yeah, this thing, and then we go and do it. Like, no, it was that way, kind of, you know.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, bit of trivia.
Bit of trivia. Switch
DMs
the DM camera.
These DMs used to describe everything. That's why in all adventures it says this thing is 10 feet and there's 5 feet. And based on the perfect, accurate description of dimensions of everything, people would players would map the whole thing, which made it obviously very
Slow.
very slow.
Yeah. And if you're bad at maths, you were in trouble.
Or drawing.
Yeah.
Also directions.
Or just,
10 feet to the left.
or just paying attention in general.
Just one person's like, why is this room so small? Another person's like, this room is massive. This is the biggest room I've ever
Why is this
seen."
lava here? I never said anything about lava. And I just drew some on the board.
Where are the piles of mud?
Bees?
Beads?
So what are we doing?
Waiting for a drawing.
At the minute we're all standing there.
Yes.
just like-
So that's if you look at it, that's how it is.
And which one's the Zenterim's house?
So
This way.
just place it north, and yeah. So
What do you want?
the Drow house was here,
Oh. Okay.
and the Zentrim was there.
And that's the one that I went to, yeah?
Yeah, this is the rooftop. This is like lots of small house, and this is Alice. And the geyser was there.
Okay, that changes things a little bit.
That's exactly what I imagined.
Huh?
That's exactly what I imagined. So.
Yeah, that's good. So I didn't describe it that bad.
Wait, we're not underwater.
The thing is, that, like, if you randomise how it could have been, then, you know.
I thought we were here. I thought the sands were here, and I thought the geysers were even further down.
I thought the drow and the
Yeah,
Zeds
I
were
thought
opposite
they
each
were
other.
there.
No.
I thought I was up here when I was talking.
Yeah, that's
to
what
you.
I thought you were.
Well, there we go.
All right. So the Zens are shooting targets from the window. Let's get them.
In fact,
Jesus.
you guys, yes. So Millie, this is where Millie and Niall stood.
Yeah.
Niall shouting. This is where Gencat was, and this is the rooftops that you walk across.
Yeah.
Overlooking the garden.
Confused. Okay, that makes more sense.
So, in fact, the rooftop you were is attached, this house, to the coach house. So the coach house was a bit below you.
Flip onto it.
Yeah, you can just jump onto the roof of the coach house.
I think we should. Those geysers have a very good vantage point from there. I thought our vantage point is pretty decent.
Alright, we're assuming that's the only one. But if we wanted to sneak in, then we could just all go together through the service door, like dress up like service people.
What's interesting is that none of these viewpoints that people have look directly onto the main door.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I assume there's only one. There could be like another drow house on the other side of the
From
street.
here,
Okay,
sorry.
there.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm interrupted. But from here and here, because this is open, you can look.
You can
see
see there.
all the garden area.
That's the main door. You can't see if someone's just poking their head out.
There's someone here.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
So there's just a big mirror on that.
There might be more chimney bubbles.
There could be like 1, 2, 3, like Zentrim's drow, and over again.
Yeah.
For people we don't know.
Yeah,
Just
just
burn
house.
all the houses down, we say.
Gas lances?
So you're gonna go and check with your people then?
Well, it's not going to be able to do it today, I don't think, but I can try and get the ball rolling, or at least find someone that is willing to listen and pass on a message.
Alright, I mean I might go and have a poke around, just like nosy around, see if I can see any entrances that might be open or anything like that. If there is, I'll have a little poke inside, but nothing too far.
Just be careful. You don't want one of those angry guards like kick you and you turning yourself into
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
big purple in the middle of the
I'll
courtyard.
be super careful.
Yeah. Just look confused and then maybe he thinks he did a spell. Okay, how are we getting out of this house without
Yeah.
causing so much attention to
Well, I'm
ourselves?
gonna take I mean, do you reckon I'd be alright to rest here for a little bit before?
I think it's probable we can rest here, but we don't know how they're communicating to the fellows.
Yeah, I mean, I think now that we've got you with these robes dressed up, you'll be I'm dressing everyone in robes terribly because I don't know how to dress people.
I can dress myself.
Oh,
You'd
yeah,
already
well,
done
that's
that.
better.
You look like a drow.
Yeah, but you can't change your clothes.
Oh, but it's in Santorin now.
Oh yeah.
Can you change your clothes?
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it would be a bit.
And the bodies? Sort of like Hitman in reverse.
Do we want to make them look like they were attacked by wolves?
We don't want by wolves. We don't want.
Let's just cut their tongues. I know it's a grisly job, but it
Does
needs to
that
be done.
work?
Well, I don't know, but I'd rather not take the risk.
Alright.
It is a risk if you don't know if it bloody works.
Did you close the window upstairs after you came in?
No.
Okay, I might just go quickly.
I don't know, it wasn't a window, was it? It was just a curtain.
It was just a curtain. I mean, there are
Blinds.
there are shutters, but they were
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter that much, I don't think.
These bodies are witnesses.
Right, we all know how it works.
Well, we don't know how it works. That's the problem.
I've been to the city enough times.
Dunno. Does he know how it works?
Make a religion check.
There was that. They did say that the one with the broken jaw would be no use.
And I seem to remember
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that without the
like
tongue we wouldn't be
rolls.
able to talk. But
Yeah, and the other one said that the one that's head exploded, they couldn't talk to either.
It's a 9.
9. Yeah, that's the same information as you had last time. The you think the body must be able to formulate sound in order to speak.
okay.
It is actually making sounds. It is speaking when you cast a spell. It's not like telepathy or anything.
Alright, well, as grisly as this is, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Wait, maybe not the.
What else?
I don't know. No, we can't cut all their heads off.
I'm not gonna cut their heads. That's too much.
Or one of them is in bits.
I would really like to get out of here. I mean, this guy hasn't stopped dripping.
Right, I'm gonna take
I'm
a
gonna,
rest.
I'm gonna
here.
cut all the tongues off. Okay.
You're gonna rest amongst all these bodies.
Well,
Is that smart? What if what if we don't know that any of these weren't just out and they're coming back within, the hour?
We need to get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It's just gonna be in the morning
let's.
shift.
I say let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's find a
Yeah,
way.
get
Let's
myself
just roam around. Let's make sure we're not being followed, and then let's go into the house. Then take Millie and you to your temple. You can go do your thing if you want. You can go back into the manor and do some investigation. I think I might go speak to Solomilon and tell them about what happened.
Do you need anyone for that?
I don't need anyone for that. My only question is I want to run past you if you're okay with that. This means that Bragendirth will know that a hit is taking place here tonight, so they might get involved. It will probably take the heat off our tail because I will be the informant and tell him then that something happened and that something is going to happen tonight. So it would put us under good books. But if they find out, they might find out later that we were the ones who killed these people. But at the very least, it will make it look like it was a sense that did it.
I mean, it works.
What if you use that new tool, weapon, shooty thing, and you shoot from here, direction of the Zets, and then we run.
I think that's a really stupid plan. I gotta be honest with you.
It might alert the growl hunts is the thing. Because they might hear the bang and be like, oh, something's going on outside the manor. They might mobilise.
If anyone came here and just found the dead bodies anyway, then they're just going to be suspicious of what's going on. It's better if no one knows who came here and then there's the air of mystery around it.
No one knows what's best.
I mean, you
That's
would
just what you
shoot
say.
at them and then they would come investigate and then they'd find the dead bodies of all the drowned and think it definitely wasn't the Bragendirth.
What if you, disguised as you are, go out the door and basically sneak with
It is
a want to be looked at just across, so pointing at the maps, like just across their kind of courtyard. So anyone that's looking at those things will be fixed on you whilst everyone else makes a breakthrough.
Alright, that's not a bad idea. I mean, it is 10 in the morning, so sneaking might be.
Yeah,
Hard.
just a bit of this,
Yeah.
like
Like
he's good at it, whatever he was doing.
Yes, I could do it.
You're still a bit
Alright.
red.
Okay, so meet back at the house then, right?
Yeah, how long?
Well, just straight away. Just meet there, and then we'll take you to the. I mean, you can go to the temple straight away if that's what you want. I just think we should shake off the tail in case we're being followed.
How long have we been inside, talking inside now?
How long?
Have we been inside talking now?
As long as we've
I don't know,
decided.
half an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is the conversation we have had.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been an hour of gameplay so far.
Okay, I'm going out. I'll see you later in the house. Just make sure you don't go in a straight line.
Right.
Good luck.
I'm just gonna wait here for a bit then and just let my powers come back.
Are you sure you want to stay here?
I'll be alright.
I mean, we should.
Why don't you just go with them and just stay in the house and wait for your powers to come back?
If he can leave as a cat, then he can leave
Well,
as
we've
a
been
cat.
resting here quite a while anyway, so it won't be much longer.
Let's just go.
All right. Okay, I'll go out first.
Okay.
I am as entering the
Yeah.
one that I told you about.
Leave the door wide open.
I.
That way we don't have to open it again.
All right. I sort of leave the door wide open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make myself really obvious. Actually, look around.
Mm-hmm. Stumble
Without even pretending, just kind of look around.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
That's 424.
Okay, so you look around. I mean, you already know more or less the places, and you spot just like the top of a hood in one of the rooftops on this side, where Genkat, where Genkat told you
Where
the
the
Zens
heads.
were.
All right.
Was that?
I sort of stretch my.
Have you gone out the main door?
Yeah.
Stretch my back, grab another fistful of snow,
Mm-hmm.
go back into the house, drop it in the bucket. Stands out keeping an eye out, so be careful.
There's a back door, isn't there? The one that we came in that wasn't on the street level.
So there's a back door and a main door. I assume that because you wanted to like make yourself obvious, you came out.
Yeah.
So you go that way and we'll make a break out the back. They'll be
Alright.
focused on you.
I might not just go straight in their direction in case they just come and intercept me, but I'll go down this alley instead.
Sounds good.
Alright, good luck. So I'll just close the door behind me then.
Yeah, can do.
Alright. I go back out, close the door, and go down this way.
Okay.
Right, we gotta go.
Make a deception check. Well, to see how whether it's like, oh, I am casually strolling, whether you are believable.
18 plus
That man doesn't look like he's casual.
6, 24.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You pass like by a merchant that is pushing something, kind of like a flatbed, not truck, but rather like simple cart, flatbed cart. And a couple more servants that appear to be going to different states or whatever. So you guys
Sneaking out the back door.
see at the back door, stealth checks. Whoever it is.
Everyone else.
13, that's good.
Okay.
Oh,
tiny dice,
for
okay.
exhaustion, with exhaustion, that's pretty good.
isn't it?
21.
21. 4. Okay.
It's a rogue.
You
you're not
keep
used
you
to
keep guiding Niall so he doesn't kind of like bump into things or steps or blends a bit better. This is more a problem of blending rather than being silent. And Niall is kind of like puffing his chest out, looking around, and you're like, come on here, and just try to help him blend a bit better. You are doing fine on your own, really. And you can stay there. Okay. So where are you guys? Where are you going?
I am basically, after we left the immediate
Yeah.
vicinity of the area, I'm just gonna try to do like zigzagging and look around, see if anyone's following me, and then after a certain period of time, I go in the house.
Okay, make a stealth and a perception check.
Still, wow,
That's
Hey, there we go.
10.
that was unusual.
Okay.
Still,
Uh,
that's so weird.
and perception.
23.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You start like trying to go in zigzagging or whatnot. See, lose any potential tails. You're pretty sure you're not being followed.
Okay. Well, after a certain period of time, then
Okay.
I'm
And you guys.
I'm heading back to the house, but again, also trying to keep an eye out, like, as casually as possible for if anyone's
Okay.
looking at Azard. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys are also going back to the house.
Are you going to head to your temple?
I was going to try and follow you. Kev wanted to meet up at the house before I go to the temple.
Okay, that's
Make sure we're all accounted for, I guess.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the house directly. Okay.
I'll follow him.
Make a perception.
Yeah, you
Everyone, as you are like leaving.
For fuck's sake.
Oops.
Really?
What's
I
going
wasn't
on?
looking, I was just following.
Oh, okay.
8.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay.
7.
You keep going. Genkat, what are you gonna
Beeline
do?
to the house.
So, I mean, I'm sure it was like 20 more minutes of waiting for a sort of short rest and then
Yeah.
get my well ships back.
Okay. So you're gonna wait there a few more minutes. Okay.
But I'll probably go upstairs a bit, not close to the window, but just so if someone comes in, I can hide a bit easier, just in case.
Okay. So you're gonna rest upstairs where the 2 dead bodies are. There's blood everywhere.
All downstairs.
Very restful.
See worse.
Okay. Make a perception check as you stay there for your rest.
Sorry, +5 I think.
Efficiency?
Yeah, 19.
19. Okay. You try from time to time, peek and keep an eye out, particularly on the house where you saw these two Zens. You recognize there's still one there, kind of like behind the chimney, but quite well hidden. You can barely see a shoulder, but you know where to look, so I know you're there. And it is very quiet. It is very. It doesn't move. Whatever it's doing, it's just like a statue for all the time you're there. And then after 20 minutes, you feel your magic replenishing.
No, yeah. Just
So I'm going to turn into a spider,
Mm-hmm.
the smallest spider I can make.
Yeah.
Going to focus extra hard on
Yeah.
and sort of sneak out the window.
Okay.
Down to the street and try and just judge the traffic of people going past and make sure I can snip across the road.
Okay. Yeah. Make a spider stealth check.
Oh, natural 20.
As I was saying, you hitch a ride on someone's boot, on the back of the boot, and as it walks, you go there. So you're as blended as you can be because you're not even walking with your own spider legs. You're hitching a ride on someone's boot. Okay, so you're gonna make it fairly, safe to whatever you want to go to the house. I
on
assume.
the way
Yeah.
home, I'm gonna drop the tongues that I cut in some alley.
The what?
The tongues, the drow tongues that I cut.
Oh, fuck! You had the tanks with you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
That would have changed all your roles.
It's like, what do I do with all these tongues?
the cows.
That's
a fun time.
Yeah, hands.
There were 5 tongues.
Do you not know how big drow tongues are?
I never looked at
Okay, so the moment you drop it, you notice a cat face poking out. I imagine you drop it like on groups of crates and where people like drop rubbish. And immediately the cat pokes out and
Lunches on me.
latches onto one of the tongues. Okay, so you'll make it to the house.
That's it.
And 20 minutes later, again cat will, again
Spider?
the
Kinder?
Spy
Spy.
spy horn.
Yeah, spy horn.
Okay,
Mind horn.
so you're all back at the manor.
Oh, so you came to the manor?
No, I went here.
Oh,
What?
you went inside?
Yeah.
Not inside, I just want to go over the up the wall.
Uh-huh. Oh, I thought you were, that's why I said you hitch a
okay.
ride. I
Oh.
thought you were going stealthy all the way back to the house.
No. So I wanted to go, because while we're here, I just wanted to go as a spider
Yeah?
and have a look, because as I said, there's a balcony.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go there and see if I could walk along there. And
Okay, well, that's totally different. That's not solved with a single stealth roll.
No,
You
even
wasted
a, not
that
even a
20.
natural 20.
So, okay, so you're going to climb to the balcony.
yeah, I'm going to climb around and have a
Yeah,
look
okay.
down.
So, you walk around the garden, you hear talk from people that you can't really tell how many, but there are some people in the barracks, or it's called like the guardhouse according to the drow blueprint. And you hear like dice being rolled, so some people are kind of playing or something inside. And then you climb the outside onto the balcony. The balcony is a really nice balcony up there that has kind of like a fountain, like a rain catcher fountain. You know, the kind of like basin thingies, so you can have like rainwater. And there is a double door with beautiful glass with colored glass, which it is an incredibly expensive thing to get by. And the doors are closed, quite tight. There are curtains on the inside of the glass, and in fact, it is really well sealed, really well constructed. So there's no like a gap enough for you to like go inside. But if you like lean down past where the curtains kind of end, you can see, confirm more or less what you read from the documents, that This appears to be a master bedroom, as there is like a really big bed with one of those overhanging like cloth thingies. I don't know what the name is.
Four-poster
Yeah.
bed.
There are like several tables. There's a desk full of documents, and there is on the far side of the wall, towards the opposite side of the balcony, there is a door that is half open, and you can hear like children voices coming from the
So that's
inside.
the children.
And there is no one at the moment in the master bedroom.
So
And it's very lavishly like decorated with like jars with flowers and kind of like marble figures. There is a hand holding a head figure. It is weird, but at the same time kind of Greekish in looking.
essentially, what I just want to do is go around the building,
Mhm.
just checking out all the windows and obviously the lower floor as well, and just scout out. I mean, obviously, it will take some time. I just imagine like as a spider going around an outside.
Okay,
it's
I mean,
quite conspicuous,
you will
but-
see pretty much what the driver had seen, which maybe they did it as a spider looking inside the windows. That's why the angles show more or less what you can see from the
What about
windows.
the lower floor though?
The lower floor, okay, I can I can tell you a bit more about that. In the lower floor, you can definitely tell that the door leading. Sorry, there's no window there, but you can tell that there is like a really big room.
Here.
No,
that's-
no.
The lower floor is
Floor-
the one,
lower floor
on
is
the
the other
other
one.
side. Yeah.
That's the one. There's a really big room in the middle, like right in the middle, kind of the L shape. Yeah, kind of there. That appears to be the great hall. Like, and there is a set of stairs that lead to the upstairs foyer.
So here, so
Yeah.
there's some stairs here. Okay.
Yeah, some stairs like there, and the
No, they're on this side.
It's
Like
fine.
Adrian.
It's more
yeah,
just
well, it's fine. It's fine. It is more like a conceptual.
That's what it looks like.
And right below the library appears to be a big ballroom of sorts, or like dining room in the big area right below the like dining room / ballroom. And on the corner of the L, on the far corner, yeah, that one. There you see looks to be some kind of parlor.
Parlour.
Yeah, it's furnished for comfort and contains like dainty chairs, a chaise lounge, a wine cabinet, framed paintings. You can see that from like the window.
So, were there any? Can I see any stairs going down anywhere?
No, you cannot see, not at least from the window, from the outside. And you see several servants. You see like many servants going about the. You see what appears to be some kind of maid. You see. Sorry. You see butler, a couple of cooks. You see a nursemaid that is kind of like walking with one of the children, and they are all confined to the smaller area, smaller side of the L.
Oh, this
Yes, that bit there, towards that side, which leads to the servants' entrance on the opposite side. That's kind of like the area where you can see like the laundry and the kitchen and the pantry.
Have there any guards come through at all? Or?
There are guards in the Great Hall.
Okay.
There are 4 guards in the Great Hall.
in front of the main.
Main entrance. The main entrance is leads to the Great Hall, and then on the upstairs foyer, which is on the drawer map.
Yeah.
There you see 2 people that are posted right outside the door.
To the library.
The door leading
The foyer.
the foyer.
Oh, sorry.
The door leading presumably to the master bedroom, the one next to the stairs. And those 2 look a bit different than the guards. They have more of a unique look. One is a halfling that has a bit of a longer, like brown hair, kind of like tan white skin, and a bit of a goatee, and some kind of like long leather coat, overcoat, and a crossbow poking out his back. And the other one is a half orc, but he's weird because he's kind of like the skin is very taut, and he has like dark green skin, totally bald, and big bags below his eyes, kind of like reddish, and the ears are kind of like going flat towards the sides as opposed to up, and he has some kind of like reddish leather armor covered by robes. And they are just there, apparently talking, but you cannot hear from the outside. As all the windows and the doors here, this is an old villa. There are no gaps. I'm not gonna say they're double glazed because it's not a thing, but they are pretty well sealed to like keep the winter air out.
Can I check for chimneys?
There is a chimney leading from the bedroom. There's a
Whereabouts?
main one leading from the master bedroom.
Right over here?
Yes, more or less, not on the side. Kind of like where the master bedroom meets the children's room.
Oh, so
In that wall. Yeah, kind of around that area.
Okay.
Having grown up in noble houses and looking at the Drow map and knowing that there's a service door on the back
Mhm.
of the house, would I, because they marked out that this was like a servant's room,
Yeah.
could I assume that there's probably a second staircase from the servant's entrance up
Yeah,
to this?
yeah, you would imagine so. The servants' area is normally like
Self-contained.
self-contained and blocked off, and normally, particularly in the first floor, I would say that you would assume that there is no direct communication between the master bedroom and the servants.
Yeah,
So the servants, in order to get there, they need
would
to
have to have
go
their own staircase.
and use the main staircase. There's no direct access.
I'm gonna just go down the chimney just to check how hot it is. Like, I assume there's a fire in.
Yeah, it is super hot. It's winter.
I can't really
It's-
get
No,
rid of
you
it.
cannot get there. You're gonna get burned really
Yeah,
quick.
okay.
You have you and all your one hit point,
All of you want
and then
to
fall down.
and then you're gonna get stuck like Santa.
against that.
cool, I'm just gonna head back to the mansion then.
Okay, so that would have taken some time.
It's such a funny way to die, just expanding.
Expanding, stuck in a chimney. Okay, you guys, you make your way back to the manor, no problem.
Hello.
So you're gonna go to the temple?
No, we go to the manor and then we meet up.
You're meeting at the manor, and then you were going to.
Right, well, we all made it back. Sans getting home, but he said he was going to explore the grounds, so I guess we'll just have to hope that he hasn't got himself into some situation.
Okay. I was kind of hoping that again Home would come round and maybe you could have a rest here and recuperate a little bit. But if you want to go to the temple, maybe
I would
just
like to short rest in that time while we're waiting.
Well, what if we can? What do you think, Millie? How are you feeling?
I mean, I don't feel very good. I just want to go see. I want to go to the Tower of Light. I don't see any reason to wait for anyone. I go on my own. I don't.
Oh, you shouldn't go alone. You're much too hurt. I'll go with you if you want. I'll drop you there.
I mean, you seem to like you wanted to stay here, so.
If you're going to the temple to look to get your wounds checked, it makes sense for you to go with your nurse.
Yes, I need if this.
Because
If I haven't got time to rest, then I'll probably
you've been shot.
Maybe I have.
I mean,
Well, I've also been shot, so if they can help me out as well, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Everybody's like, it's just a flesh wound.
I got FOMO right now, I must say.
I was an adventurer until I got shot in the chest.
Still in Skyrim.
Right. Alright, well, let's
Temple run.
lead the way.
Okay, so you're going to the temple, Silas?
I mean, I don't like temples, I'll be honest with you. So I might make my way down and just see if I can dig up anything.
Be careful.
Do you want me to... I'll head to the Skewer Dragon afterwards. I know you don't need help, at least I'll meet you there before you go in.
Don't forget about our appointment this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a couple hours away. We should be right.
Yeah. I think you're welcome to come meet me there, but I think it's best if I speak to Salome by myself.
Very well. While I'm heading down, does anyone have anything they want me to drop off at Virgin Square? Does anyone pick up any...
Maybe you can fence some of the weapons I would take from the drown.
Yeah, what have we got? I didn't pick anything up myself other than this.
It's kind of
And this, I might see if I can get this refitted somewhere.
There's an armourer's shops, aren't there?
Yeah,
around?
yeah. There are like small-time blacksmiths and whatnot that you
What
can
about
just
a nice armourer's shop?
nice armor shop. I mean,
We can get to that in a bit.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't write anything down, so and then we were just
We
like.
got 4 daggers and a mace that we can sell.
Yeah, I'll take them down. That's fine. We'll wrap them up in a cloth and then.
Be very heavy.
I'm sorry, I'm sure I can manage it.
Well, let's go. We
Okay.
need to sort you out.
I'll take Scarlet with me as well.
Okay.
I would at least clean
yeah, boy.
myself up in that time. As best I could.
Actually, your cape.
Cleans it.
Let me see if I can
Okay.
do something about it.
So you all go to the temple. Are you going to the temple of Timora? All of you, or you want to go to? Okay.
I dropped my
Clean the leather of your
thing on
cape
myself.
with
Okay.
prestidigitation.
So once you.
Like to make you sweat a bit. Just pull all the blood out and just
I should go
on the floor.
I should know that one.
Yeah, it's an old trick. I haven't done it in a while. It's got lots of little handy things you can do for distractions. Like this, sparks. Ah! Look at that.
You're an infernal legacy.
You reach there, and the temple is it's actually a tower, and it has this kind of like gaming board in the middle of the.
Gaming board.
Yeah, kind of like a real life. Let me check exactly what the description was. It's really it's a tower, but it's actually a many like pillared atrium, ingeniously roofed over with glass. And beneath the roof, there's a bronze sculpture of a diminutive Temora, depicted as a laughing young girl, appearing to be leaping from the very top of an astounding fountain. To pay your respects and make a wish, you come around to the fountain on a walkway and toss your coin to Temora. Managing to land it in her outstretched hand is a sure sign of her favor. And there is a kind of like a real life chess game board on the ground, kind of like a, but it's not for playing. It's kind of decorative of the whole floor. And you see several of the acolytes there that you know. If you follow a set of stairs that go up in this like big atrium space, there are some like living space upstairs, which is where you were housing. And I'm gonna say that as you get there, you look around and you see acolytes. You immediately recognize several that you just live with throughout this time.
It's nice to see the inside of another temple. Never been in here.
That's really strange to me. I guess I've never been to yours before.
No, it's not quite as exotic as mine. I don't know.
I have no idea what mine looks like.
It's pretty
One
fancy.
grey room.
We should go there sometime. That'd be really interesting.
It's right after this.
Sure. I mean, we've got.
I haven't seen Clive or Wilhelm.
Mine is just a bunch
years.
of homeless people. This looks much nicer.
Okay, I'm gonna go find someone that looks important. I don't know if there's like a main area where they would
Yeah.
do healing-y things.
Yeah, well, you know the.
I only know one person.
You know wait, what was the name?
I know Alian, but
Alian.
I feel like they're too high.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can find several acolytes. One of them looks at you, like a middle-aged woman that it would be kind of like an overseer of the acolytes, but not super high up. She looks at you. Millicent, so good to see you back.
Hi.
Have you been? You've been away for a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, I haven't been back for a while. I was gonna say I'm okay, but I came here actually for.
You don't look great.
I'm not feeling great, to be honest.
What happened? How did you get hurt?
Let's kind of show the wound in a burger shop.
Oh dear.
This happened. I don't even know what it was. Like
Oh.
some
We just tripped.
Sure. Let's bring you to the healers. Of course. Come over here. And they take you. You are left outside because you didn't say anything.
No. We
started walking up.
Well, I mean, we would have followed her.
Well, you start following, and the woman was just like bringing Millicent, and you start following, and the woman looks back at you like,
these
"Who are you?"
These are my friends. Like I live with them now.
Oh.
This is Nalgothin,
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
and this is Keth.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Okay. Hello, Kath. Now with him. Please wait outside. We're taking Millicent to
Oh.
the House of Healing.
Well, the thing is, like, they have exactly the same things I have.
What have you done? Why do you all have the exact same thing?
Well, we
Can
had
you
a bit-
describe? It was. We were just standing in the street, and something very fast
Right, well, I don't know.
struck
how,
us. It's like lightning.
I don't know how aware you are of my work with Olcoria.
All the people that tried to
Oh,
deceive
I
you.
knew. I knew that the Watchful Order showed an interest, and that's it.
Yeah, well, they got me doing work, and they got me working with these two,
Oh.
and some others, and yeah, we ran into some nasty people,
Oh wow.
and I mean, fair to say they're worse than us right now, but yeah, things have gone the way I
I
expected.
took my tongue out.
Oh, sure. I mean, of course, Millicent, we're gonna take care of you. For any other help for your friends, I'm afraid that a donation will be required. Of course, a small one because of you, but
I mean, that's expected. That's absolutely fine. I don't know.
It's okay. I'll pop next door. My temple.
I want to come with you though. You say it's real nice. We're gonna go see his temple afterwards.
I'll be
But-
happy to make a donation to the cause. Well, how much money are we talking about?
okay. Everyone come to the House of Healing, and then she leads you upstairs in one of these marble floors that go around the pillar. So it goes around. It has no like railing or anything. You just walk around the pillar, and then eventually you reach like the second floor beneath this big glass structure, and there are like small doors, small offices, not doors. Those are a bit normal sized, and you enter one where there are like raised stone and marble areas where you can just lay down. And a couple of killers starts going over you, and they figure, okay, we just need to like stitch you up. But the main healer kind of like looks at you. It's an old man with a long veer, kind of like tied in a single braid. Has spectacles. Lots and lots of hair coming from inside the ears. I don't know why. And looks at you. Oh, there's something wrong with your heart, Millicent.
I mean, I've done some things today that I'm not.
Oh no, I mean like some kind of poison that your heart is skipping a bit all the time. We're gonna have to do something about that.
I thought I was having like an inner turmoil or something. Okay, I mean that's great. I think. Although I think I should have had an inner turmoil for what just happened.
Yes.
I mean, if you can help, that would be fantastic.
Goes to speak to the other lady, and the other lady, they start arguing for a moment. Yeah, okay. We've put you in the path of danger due to this Watchful Order business, so of course the temple will happily provide for this service to hear one of the most promising acolytes, and even though you're not really one, but sure, okay. And the other woman is kind of like giving him a look like, you nasty old man, just heal them. And the man is like, okay. Start going over you and will cast Greater Restoration and cure all your wounds. And they will ask to cure, how many hit points down are you?
15.
15. They will ask for a small 5 dragons donation to heal you up.
I'm like, the pain.
The healing in my temple's better. Save it.
The pain of giving away
They
money.
need the money.
Exactly.
That's like a dragon for 3 hit points. I'm going to keep track of that. So next time I help you, I'll be like, afterwards, invoice.
You? Do you
I just
what?
figure out-
Are you gonna wait until you go to
Yeah.
the
I'll save my hit dice
Okay.
just in case. I figure also she got a pretty good thing. It's good. It's
Okay.
good to be generous with our money. And I'm gonna before we go. Sorry, I don't know if you were still doing anything, but I wanna go to the walkway and throw a little coin.
Make a statey check
Oh, well.
to see if you land it in the hand.
I'm also going to do that one.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say make a stealth.
I mean, you do this all the time.
He's throwing away more
Yeah.
money, get him!
You make it with advantage. That's your
Ooh,
thing.
that's pretty good. Dexterity, just pure dexterity.
It's got to beat him as well.
18.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Ooh, 18.
18. Yours kind of like, so it has is the fountain with like the diminutive statue of Timora, like a little, very little hand. It's super hard. Yours kind of like bounces on the pinky and then drops. And then Mealy comes in and goes chunk and goes chunk, drrrr, bunk, in the hand.
You've done this before, haven't you?
I have Timor's blessing.
Yeah, what is it?
Did I give
Say something right now. Or not?
You gave me 5 gold. You gotta give me whatever you threw through the fountain.
Copper after 5 gold.
That keeps up.
You threw 2 copper. Like,
Well, it's one copper.
okay, so you all go to the Temple of Saloon.
No, actually, after Timora, I'm gonna go to Skewer Dragon. So we're gonna part
Fuck
ways.
your temple.
Well,
I'm sorry, no, I didn't, but I need to address this.
at least give me some money.
Do you need money?
Follow me through.
And I'll throw it
No,
for you
no,
into
no.
my temple. Maybe there's a little moon. You can throw it in. I don't know. I'll find out.
You're gonna visit my temple. Just give me the money. I'll donate it for you.
Here you go. Here's a copper, brother. You can tuck it in whatever hand you see outstretched.
You, Millie, would have known about the Temple of Saloon. The Temple of Saloon, it is the biggest tower in the city. It
Hell yeah.
is,
Hell yeah.
it's pretty beautiful.
Can't miss that.
It dominates the area around it with like these big set of stairs that lead to this massive kind of like round building with a dome and the minarets and the big moon like kind of dominating the facade.
You can always convert me. It's okay.
Do you think they'll let me in? They didn't seem to want to let you into the tower like very much.
It has a bit of an interesting story. It was burned down, history. It burned down at one point. It was rebuilt, and it is a 4-story complex constructed of creamy grey stone with a central hall ringed by lesser domes and tall slender towers of circular or hexagonal plan. Every dome and tower top is gilt with gold. Sometimes the whole temple can appear entirely golden, depending on how it catches the light. And every dome and corner is topped by a spire bearing a crescent moon. There is a wide stairway leading up to the huge double door, and there are an arch adorned with more symbols of the moon and flanked by smaller arches. Many balconies and large windows look over the streets. And you know that after the spell play, they had new gates installed, which ornate design that depicted a triumphant saloon throwing a defeated Shar down amongst the spires of Waterdeep, which was part of the events that happened when the Pantheon was reconfigured after the spell play. And the doors lead directly into the main hall. There's always a lot of people here. There's a sense of permanent activity. It is a lot more crowded. Not crowded, but it can fit a lot more people. So there's a lot more people than in the Tower of Black or other temples around the area. It's lavishly decorated. It has pale pink and blue tapestries hanging on the walls and carpets. Large urns, and you know that near these urns there are like mini shrines, and you can just go and speak on some of the priests in these areas that provide services or whatever business you have with them.
Where do I throw money?
You're gonna throw money.
Where's the money point?
Trying to look generous at a building
So,
made of gold.
in
It's got
each
to
of-
be big.
in
It's got to
each-
be easier to
In
hit.
each of not every temple has like a throw the money here.
Surely.
In each of these small urns
Yeah.
that have kind of like mini shrines, kind of dedicated, you know, like in a church with like the mini chapels on the sides, kind of like that. You see there are like these mini urns, and that's where you put your donation.
Okay.
So there are like several donation spots. There is not like the one.
Donation is not a game in this temple. You just put it in carefully.
Okay, so you drop a coin there, and the accolade that is kind of like, you figure there is an accolade next to every urn, and Sin next to this little marble shrine kind of like smiles at you. This is quite young, a girl probably 18, 19 years old.
Very good. You knew.
Oh,
They've got you posted here, have they?
she looks at you. Ah, a follower of Selûne. Yes, I am. I'm posted here for today. Yes. Tomorrow I clean the minarets.
Can I give the urn a little shake?
It is on a. It is stone.
Is it okay?
It is a stone pillar with a stone urn.
Can I peek in?
Yeah, you can see inside.
Is she doing well?
Yes, I mean, it's not bad.
Wow. It's better than some of the others. Good job.
Thank you. Put a good word in for me.
What's your name?
Doc.
Doc.
D-O-K. Doc. It means flower.
Okay. Beautiful.
Walk to where I'm supposed to be
I'm gonna put
going.
a coin in the thing,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say to her, I think it's pronounced Selune. And walk off.
Oh, well, I mean, not here. Okay, so you go to what are you after? You're just gonna look for some of the people you know there?
Yeah, I don't know how this works. Just
Uh,
summon superior.
Okay, I mean,
Blast from the past.
you know there is the high priestess of Selûne on the highest floor of the temple atop the main dome, but you know that you cannot just show up there. So
Somebody I know.
somebody you know, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say there are several that you would know, mostly on the like Paladin Quarter, essentially the martial followers of Selûne, which end up either as knights, member of the City Watch. Most of them, like, you know, love to become Griffon riders, and it is all onto like one side of this, in one of the towers of this, you know, the ones that are hexagonal all around it. So as you get there, one of them, you see the two guards essentially with like really nice helmets with what is it called, like a
Top knot.
no, like one of those
Plumage, you mean?
yeah,
Ah,
the
like-
kind of like with feathers,
Yeah.
and they have like perfectly polished armor with a big moon symbol here in the chest. You know these to be paladins of Selûne, and it looks at you. One opens the eyes like slightly bigger, and the other one is like, Winter Garden,
You know it.
you're back.
I am.
The other one, the woman goes, and what business today, Winter Garden?
Just a spot of healing, really. Just,
Oh, you've been hurt.
just
Oh,
quite badly, actually.
you fell. You fell down the stairs.
No.
No?
Did you see?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's the most likely scenario, isn't it?
No.
What? A bat just scratched
What's
you.
the person's name? What's this person's name? Who is this?
This would be Sir Maya, the woman, and Sir Robin.
But who's talking to me? Robin.
Both of them, but yeah. It was right now. It was Maya that was talking to.
You've always been fools. Look at you standing here. That's the best place for you.
So how is it going for you out there in the Sea Watch?
Well, between us, the City Watch.
Or have you now?
Yes.
Of course you left. You've been kicked out, weren't you?
Yeah, just, you know, into different things.
As you do that, Robbie is kind of like, what did you buy that?
They're very picky, you see. And
Yeah, of course, you can probably buy one for 1 silver of the decorative.
I'll just tap. I'll try to walk through.
Yeah, you walk through. They reluctantly like let you in. You're allowed, of course.
I'm gonna try and follow him.
Yeah, they go and the halberds kind of like cross in front of you.
I walk up to him, just lick my thumb and just on his arm and just got smudged there, and then just turn around.
they're with me.
Come on through.
It's okay. They don't bite.
Okay, so you go in, you climb the tower, and there you see like the main kind of like common room where all the knights are, and there you recognize another one that immediately looks at you. Ha, Niall, you're back! And comes, it's like a really big buff, 2 meters tall, half Goliath. So it's not really a Goliath, but he's said, or you've been told he has Goliath blood, and comes and grabs you, and starts crushing you. Niall, how you been doing?
Name?
Rock.
Rock! Rock! Oh, it's good to see you. I didn't know you were still here.
Oh, yeah. Still trying to get to the Griffin.
Oh, Griffin.
Cavalry, but they don't hold my white.
Yes! They haven't found a Griffin big enough for you, Rock.
Yes, those stupid, like, hollow bones.
Yes! Well, keep trying.
Yes, I'm losing weight, I promise.
I can see it.
Cut down on the ale.
I can see it.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm
This is Rock. Rock, this is Millie.
Hi, Millie.
This is Keth.
Oh, you would be
he's
such
not
a
that.
great Griffin
Wait,
rider. You're so tiny.
It's very nice to meet you, Rob. Who are you? Like, why do you know? Were you gonna be a Griffin rider, or did you just know him from?
Oh no, he always wanted to be a constable, a man of the law.
We're always destined for different things, me and Rock.
Ah, yes. I will watch from afar, overhead, and he would walk the streets. Together,
Yes.
we'll rid the city of the scum
He
of
cleans from
villainy.
above, I clean from below.
Ah, how are you doing?
An effective chimney sweeps there.
Aside from this big,
What's going on there?
yes, I lost a bit of weight as well.
Lifts the changer like super rough, like, wow! Why don't you heal yourself? Why you carry this with you?
I'm a bit low on.
Oh, don't worry. And goes, and lay hands on you, like super. Everything is energetic. So if he's laying on hands, it's like. He goes, ah! There you go, good as new.
Well, that's fantastic, Rock.
Ah, so are you staying? Are you staying tonight?
No, we got things to do. Like,
You should come to the Griffin Riders with me.
so I get to be on a Griffin.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's the-
you can.
Oh no, 5 per.
With your weight, you can probably come in as a passenger.
I want to do that.
I mean, we can.
If we're still allowed time, we'll do that. I think that'd be
Yeah, you should come.
What time's it all kicking off, Rock?
Well, I mean, first I need to get into the academy.
Yes.
They won't let me in yet.
Right. I can
So
still
it's
take
all
some
gonna
time.
kick off then.
right. So is that today?
No,
Right.
I still need to keep going through a training and lose some weight, and I'll get there.
If you could just make yourself smaller.
You can do that, you know. There's
How?
ways of getting smaller.
It's my stupid Goliath mother.
We have a friend who turns himself into smaller things all the time.
Can you do that like permanently?
Me, no.
I can get even smaller than this if I wanted to, but it doesn't not for too long.
Oh no, I need to be like permanently. I need to do like patrols and everything.
I didn't know that you do that, Millie.
I know the temporary magic, but you know, I didn't know you can do like forever.
I don't know. Maybe.
You need to be smaller when you're actually riding the griffin.
Well, yes, too big for them.
Yes, so you just go smaller and you ride the griffin. Then you get off the griffin, then you're this.
Oof, the timing has to be very...
Yes, let's practice that. There's
Okay.
some potions.
Oh, potions.
My father might know a thing or
Oh,
two.
yeah, your father, how is he doing? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, well, obviously, I have a wizard friend. I may visit them. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Maybe they can polymorph me.
You need to adapt. There might not be a griffin that exists.
Okay.
Big enough for you.
Oh, you're such a good friend! And boom, like give you like a big slam that kind of like made you lose your your balance and slam on the
I
table.
kind of do the same thing, but like a.
Yeah. Yes. It's so funny. Anyway, guys, I need to go back to my books this week.
Oh, the books.
Yeah, I know. You
That was
are
the part I loved.
You are the ones that did it for me.
Yes.
I've been doing much worse since you left.
You haven't found anyone else to do for you?
No, they don't. They don't like me. You know, they say I'm too eager. You and I, we understand each other.
Yes. Well, it's been lovely.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you around now.
Oh, I'll come back, don't worry.
Yeah. Maybe come back together.
This will be a
eventually.
regular thing almost every session.
We'll ride the Griffins together eventually.
Yes.
Okay. Bye. And he walks back into a gym kind of area. Where
A gym filled with books. What a man.
And from the opposite side, there is another person that is kind of like studying and was just giving you and Rock the eyes. And as soon as he leaves, goes and keeps writing.
Everyone's so lovely and simple. You should see. All friendly.
There's one per 4, 1 per 5, 2 per 5.
Oh, lovely. It is jokers.
Okay. Well, are you leaving and going back to the manor? Or?
Unless there's anything cool to do, you know? Any, like, if you come to this temple, there's always something you gotta do, kind of activity. Or like
horseshoes with
there's always that one thing, you know, you can't leave without doing a bit of.
It's not a playground.
Well, it's massive. It's massive. It's a fun house.
You can't live without being bullied by guards.
Like, there's nothing I'd be like, oh, Minnie, you have to try
So
this.
one of the
leave.
things
Don't
that
shake
you
the
can
balls
see
in the
is
ground
one of the dress processions, because the Hasmul is known to have the most grandiose ceremonial vestments of Seleunis church, and one of the big like seamstress Soaril presided over ceremonies in a majestic gold-hued dress with wide-bottomed hooped skirt and great fan-like collars ascending from the back of her neck, kind of like a collar like that. And they were all stiffened with whalebone, so there's like a whalebone going up. Same with a cluster of pearls, and she kind of instilled a sense of fashion in the temple. So there is this great area of the temple that is dedicated to essentially high fashion, where you have seamstress and people working, and you can just walk around there and enjoy the fabrics and whatnot.
That sounds. You want to go see that? I just
You wanna
described that.
spend some time.
You want to go see?
Okay, just so I can switch back to as you go there to like examine the nice fashions and whatnot. So Genkat, you would have made it back to the manor.
Spyhorn.
Oh, Spyhorn, sorry, and you were making it down, all the way down south.
I'm heading down south.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take with you because you.
I'm going to see Silas at the secure check.
Okay, so
So you can-
let's
you
see
can
what
sign
you
us
did
first.
first. You're the one that we haven't done yet. So
I'll head to Virgin Square first and just sell those weapons.
okay, sure. Just tell me what you want to sell.
4 daggers and a mace.
4 daggers and a
Picked up
mace.
some new gear for you. Here, becoming a regular.
Yeah, you're gonna find fairly easy people to buy that from you. So for the daggers, they're gonna give you 5 shards a piece. So that's a gold. So 2 gold. For the mace, you can get 1 dragon and a half.
That doesn't even cover my healing.
So there's 2 gold for the daggers and One
Sure, I thought
drywall.
last time the short saws were really expensive. Something was really
Daggers are cheap though.
Thanks.
Those are really cheap.
Daggers only cost 2 gold.
stupid drow.
Swords cost 10 gold.
There you go. Okay. And the mace is one of the simplest weapons as well. So.
Weren't you going to go to see those items? Those items checked. Magic items.
Not done that yet.
Sorry?
Not done that yet.
Remind me again. I was looking at getting this armour refitted. I seem to have outgrown it somewhat. Where might be the best place for it? Someone had a little bit of a kick to it, not just the blacksmiths around here. They do a fine job, but you know, it's starting to come apart at the seams a bit, and I want to get it as sturdy as possible.
I mean, you can visit. One second. You can visit Sartland's Metalwares.
They do leather as well as metal.
Oh yeah, wait, armor. 1 second.
Money for the way.
I mean, you do know that there is a good armor smith in Trolls called Ali. Avi.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, you've been there.
That's right, then I'll hit there on my way back. That's fine. Oh well, I'm heading that way anyway, so yeah, must have slipped my mind. Well, next time we've got some stuff to sell, I know who to come to.
Okay. Yep.
Just give them daggers a bit of a good polish.
Yeah, sure. They immediately like put them in a pipe where they have like kind of like a box there with all types of daggers and small knives all kind of like stacked on top of each other, and they just.
Then I'm gonna head into the bowels.
Okay, you head into the bowels. You see there.
Mine.
Yeah.
Hi, mine.
Hey, Silas, you're back.
Yeah.
How you doing, boy?
Yeah. I'm good. Sorry I haven't dropped around lately. Obviously, as I said, there's been a bit of a change of pace, shall we say, in life recently. Maybe not for the better, but you know, it all pans out to good things in the end.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I'm doing interesting. Let's say that.
Well, boring was never your trade, right?
No, and to you know, put a bit of oil into the fire. I was wondering, you wouldn't happen to say I was to contact some old friends? You wouldn't have any good idea where to start with that. You know, my mind's not what it used to be with that, and I was just looking to put my neck out there a bit. Situations have come up that might alleviate me somewhat of the dangers that have presented in recent years.
See what you mean. Well, dangerous business, going to your gang.
Yeah, I am aware. But just trying to find out what the name of that dwarf was.
Zemk.
Is it Zemk, the guy that had the crossbow for an arm?
Oh no, that was Noska.
Noska.
Carry buried.
Yeah, Noska Earl Grey.
Yes.
Early grade.
With the big weights in his beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember, oh yeah, Noska could have been here. Do you remember Noska? Apparently,
Noska, yeah.
yeah, big weights in his beard, crossbow for an arm.
Enforcer.
Yeah.
Bit of a dum-dum.
Yeah, well, he showed up at my new place of residence half a 10 day or so ago, and said that I was the one that made him lose his hand. Do you know anything about that? I can't, for the life of me, recall him.
I don't know. I mean, you know that part of the deal is that you can work here because I always kept the senators at arm's length, so I wouldn't know about that kind of story, sorry.
It's just he mentioned that Xanathar, he had some interest in contacting me again. And foolishly at the time, I, back to the wall, thought it was a bit of a trap, what with what happened to Harold a couple of nights prior, so I kind of blew that one, but things have escalated, and I was just wondering if you had heard anything of anyone around these parts.
Well, yes, I know that the senators they become a lot more secretive and they're worried about something. I don't know what's going on, but things are not good right now. Everyone is keeping their heads low. I only know of one guy that you can probably contact if...
Anything you've got, Sandy?
So there is weird, but there is this this man, this dwarf, called Thorvin Twinbeard.
Typical dwarven name.
Yeah, as you can imagine, he's got the twin beards.
Yeah.
So he comes around the area from time to time, and he's I believe he's looking for something. I think for some reason he gives me better vibes than most Xanatharians do, so if you want, I can, next time he comes around asking for help with mercenaries or this and that, or messages, I can leave a message from you saying that, hey, maybe you want to meet him. That's all I can give you, friend.
No, that's more than I could ask for.
My friend.
If you just...
Bloody good.
If you just drop him, tell him to come to Troll Skull Alley if he's looking. It's Xanathar's woman that's dead. They already know where I am. They've sent people before, so yeah. Tell him I'm a skilled professional. I can get the job done, and that could be my end. I've got one other lead that I'm going to head off to after this, but if that's all you got, that's more than I can ask for. I know you're sticking your neck out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most I can do. I can tell, hey, you've been around and you can find him in Troskolali. Yeah, that's I can do that, don't worry.
I'll flick him a dragon.
Can't you see it? Well, whatever the fuck you're doing, my friend, is you're doing it well.
I know the price of information, so if this comes through, then I don't get a chance to pay you. At least that's a little bit.
Good.
Right, well, thanks, Martin. Place is looking great, and I hope no trouble's fallen on your door on account of me in recent times.
Yeah.
Still, you look after yourself.
Yeah, you too, Cyrus. Stay safe.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna head to that alleyway where the Maya is. The group of
Street
kids.
urchins.
Yeah, the street urchins.
Oh yeah.
That you have on retainer.
Yes.
Yeah, Troll Cook Alley.
It's been 10 days.
I
have some info.
Yes.
Not been. Do they know they're supposed to go to the?
Yeah, they're supposed to drop it on.
How did I go and speak to them and tell them we've moved?
I have notes about that.
I was supposed to go to where he just went.
Because you're going like many sessions in the past, so I need to.
What did we ask?
Yes.
Yeah,
You gave Maya 5 gold pieces.
Basically, just to give us a heads up, like the info before anyone else, essentially, or a chance to buy it before anyone else.
Yeah.
Which is essentially what a retainer is. For that.
Okay. Yeah. You. Okay. You go. You find them. You find them in the alley. They look at you. I'm gonna say they recognize you.
You alright?
You were there, no? Like last time. Yes.
Yeah,
I think you were.
I
yeah.
talked to them quite a lot of times. I threw a
They
snowball
bring
at
you. Yeah, they bring you to Maya. They sit in there in kind of like this makeshift throne made of crates stacked on top of each other. Hello.
Yeah, I thought with all the old people down, you can at least pull yourself a nice chair.
Of course. I am king of the urchins, queen of the urchins.
Trust me, it's not a bad thing to be. Royals aren't the only friendly people about. Actually, the least friendly people about. Look, obviously we've left you alone for a while, so just checking in to see how you're getting on.
Yeah, all good. I never sent for your friend, the one that paid us, because the information as of late has not been great. But we know of. We just know that something is going on, something bad is going on, or is about to happen, or it's the people that normally talk to us. They are reticent to talk to us. They are reticent to share what they know, and people are nervous. People are nervous. Something is going on.
No, you don't have to tell me twice. The same with me. A lot of the contacts are dried up. Something's going down, and to be honest with you, best if you just kind of keep your heads out of the firing line for a bit. Talking to the wrong people on the wrong tone is going to get you in trouble in these times.
We've been keeping ourselves away from most of the south side of the Dockwood because it's not good there right now for us. We might as well just walk the market. It's safer. We cannot make as much as running with the different gangs, but at least it's safer right now.
There's one thing I wanted to ask. Your contacts. I'm looking to get in touch with the Xanathars Guild. Do you have anyone that you go to reliably that kind of has an in that area?
Well, make a persuasion check with advantage because of Genholm's retainer gold.
That's 22.
22. There is this guy, a dwarf.
His name's not Thorin by any chance, is it?
His name is Odd.
Odd.
Ott with T. O-O-T-T. Odd Still Toes.
Still toes.
Some of the names of this are amazing.
So he's weird, okay? He's like super weird. He's got like a leather armor. It's covered like in mold and spores, and he has like a leather skull cap, and it is stitched with like fake beholder eye stalks. He loves wearing that shit. Look, but that's not the weird shit. The weird thing is that he wanted us to help essentially smuggle and bring into the city some boxes of stuff that they were having trouble smuggling because they were too big and the Xanatarians. And then we said, okay, we'll do it for you. We have our means. What we do is we open them and we break whatever is inside in smaller packets. If it is like that, if it's weapon, we say no because we cannot do it. And turns out we could do it this, and then we found out what it was. It was fish food.
Fish food?
We smuggled like 20 kilograms of fish food for these odd steel toes.
Fish food?
Okay. Yeah, that's really weird, man.
Yeah,
That's all I know. And I know he's like a big Xanatarian contact. We had to leave the fish food in a specific place in the sewers.
Okay. If I was to try and contact this Ott, or just find him, has he got any usual spots?
He came to us, man. We can tell you the area in the sewers where where we had to leave the fish food, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough. If you can.
Yeah,
give us that.
she will give you like an entrance. It says just go down because I need to check the map, the serious map. But go down this entrance, turn whatever, and then on the next intersection.
Alright, well, I mean, yeah, Fishwood is a strange one. But, you know, like you say, people are acting weird in these times, so maybe they're just stocking up for the long haul.
Maybe. You know what it is. If things are gonna be bad after the winter, people still need to eat.
Yeah, could be that, or maybe they're just growing great big sewer fish.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah. Who knows? Anyway,
Listen, that's super helpful.
I'll give them
20 gold.
Okay. Okay. You throw the coin. She catches it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, quite right. Like I say, just keep your heads down. And
Yeah, we will.
This time, and keep yourselves warm.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and if you're into any trouble, as I said, Martin in the bows, he's
Yeah.
got a kind heart, he'll look out.
Yeah, I know. We've been to him a couple of times. Okay, cool. See you around then.
Right, keep safe.
Then I'll just head to the skewered dragon and
Alright.
wait outside it.
Alright, do you guys want to take a break?
Sure.
Before, because we've been doing like lots of different things.
Have a bit of a
So
food
you,
break or I don't know.
yeah. Huh?
Have a nibble of my sandwich.
Yeah.
Sandwich break.
Do whatever you want on your break, mate.
Can
Huh?
I? Am I allowed to?
Do whatever you want.
This break is going to get weird
Okay.
then.
Because yeah, I'm aware of keeping concentration going is hard when everyone is doing different things. Right. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in, don't know, whatever.
10 minutes.